This is Duke University.
I think corporate sustainability reporting really matters, and increasingly so, given the increased scrutiny by stakeholders in the marketplace around and an aspiration to really hold companies accountable to the environmental and social impacts of business. And I think more rigorous evaluation and disclosure of ESG impacts of a business not only can help an organization to meet the increasing expectations for transparency in the marketplace, but can actually help an organization to better manage these issues. And I think that's really where the opportunity lies. I think very simply the biggest issue is climate change, period. There are so many implications of climate change as a proxy issue for broader sustainability impacts. There are clearly the environmental dimensions to sustainability, but increasingly the very clear path to a number of the social challenges that we, and in particular the private sector, are dealing with. I think the recognition that companies in the private sector are increasingly operating within environmental constraints, and the very fundamental message that economic development cannot be sustained if the underlying forms of environmental and social capital are depleted. That's becoming much more a here and now issue. And I think clearly climate change serves as that proxy issue, and a number of reasons and ways companies are increasingly compelled to, but also see the value in addressing climate change and becoming more transparent about what they're doing in this area. I would say a clear hallmark or a leading practice, and there's been heightened attention around this, is materiality, materiality, materiality. As I mentioned, the evolution of sustainability reporting as we generally understand it in the marketplace has really not served, again, in its historical emergence, to focus on those issues that are most material to an organization and to its stakeholders. And I think the developments among a number of the standard setting and reporting initiatives out there have really placed that intense focus on the importance of a systematic, disciplined approach to determining what those material issues are. And that's through an intentional evaluation of the needs of stakeholders, both internal and external. And only then can you draw the linkage to and really map those issues to how your organization creates value. And a key component to that is how the organization is managing those risks. So I think we are seeing a really constructive change and progress in the forms of sustainability reporting with that common foundation of an intentional focus on materiality. Yeah, I think we've seen quite an evolution in sustainability reporting in the last 10 years, and I can only hope, and I'm extremely optimistic about where corporate disclosure is headed. I think we've already seen really innovative approaches, some really innovative approaches by U.S. companies in particular around, again, the approach to credible and disciplined and relevant disclosure, and how they think about evolving not just their traditional financial reporting, but how they're thinking about this whole movement towards integrated reporting. I think there's a recognition broadly in the marketplace that standalone sustainability and standalone financial reporting do not sufficiently by themselves meet the needs of stakeholders in terms of a holistic understanding of corporate performance. So I do think in the next 5 to 10 years, as a number of these initiatives continue to evolve, we see an increased evidence base of how companies are really trying to link these issues to how they drive value as an organization and manage risk. I think we are going to see this momentum grow rapidly around the integration of how non-financial, as they're traditionally understood, and financial drivers do intersect and really best position an organization to drive value and meet their stakeholder expectations.